Hey everybody, what is going on? I am Maximus Rex and this is Big Baby Reviews. Today's Tuesday, so it is Sam Keith Day. We are looking at the latest issue of his The MAXX series from the early 90s. This is issue 19, cover dated September 1995. This is going to be a quick review, people. Unfortunately, from the highest of highs that we kind of reached over the last couple of issues, kind of going back down to a new low, to be honest, for my personal taste. First of all, the cover, kind of a repeat of last issue's cover, basically the same image, not framed the same way, but just kind of lazy. I don't know how I would describe that. Maybe Sam Keith was really into the idea of doing multiples of the same concept, really into drawing this. I have no idea. Maybe he's doing it on purpose, trolling people or something. Maybe he's building to something as well. I don't know, but yeah, just that's all I'm going to say about the cover. It's not bad, but it's basically a repeat of last issues, and I just don't see the point. And real quick, the logo being almost the same blues and colors as the background, to me, doesn't work. You want everyone to be able to read your logo from far away. At least I think so. All right, so story and art, Sam Keith, swell dialogue, Bill Messner-Loebs, finishes Jim Sinclair, and lettering Mike Heisler, and colors Steve Olive. So pretty much the same creative team since the very first issue, so kudos on them for that. So Julie here, we're back to Julie. She's talking to Mr. Gone, and he's telling her, giving her more clues about her past and the memories and stuff that she's forgotten, or she's occulted, or because of trauma and stuff like that. Here she's kind of looking at an is through the grate in her apartment, right? That's basically what the shot that we have here, which is great and well done. But we're back to some great art with a story that's not quite so interesting to me. We're going to go back into Julie's world and her life as a kid and her parents and stuff. And it's all just kind of very, psychological, subconscious, and it's just not really anything I'm into, the psychology of this. But the artwork is great. It's fantastic, and it always has been and always will. Just this image here, I think, is great, right? With the whatever poopy piece of Mr. Gone's head that's left here in his costume that he wears in the Outback. Reading this issue, I found out that, in the things can't go through, apparently, reality and the Outback reality or fantasy. So his clothes are made from animals from the Outback. And here's little Julie, right? Her vision of herself as a kid. So we get some more backstory here where Mr. Gone is basically her uncle, right? And he's at home a lot. And again, just this whole aspect of all of this. What I think it's getting at is that all of this is really Julie is the character, I guess, and all of these things the MAXX is happening that are happening to the MAXX, whatever, are kind of figments of her imagination. That's a sense I get more and more as I move ahead in the series. I don't know if that's what's it's going to end up being, but I do still again appreciate just the different levels of art. The level he's kind of drawn at here, maybe a little bit more subdued, still cartoony, but more of an underground kind of vibe, right? Characters are cartoony and their shapes are different, right? Every character has a very distinct shape and silhouette. When he does kind of these cool, almost fisheye kind of points of view, right? With the car here, Julie back in the day dyeing her hair red as she professes, mostly to piss off her mom. And then when he kind of degenerates, into almost like childlike drawings and stuff, I think it's pretty ballsy to do that, and it makes sense story wise, right? But again, the focus is really taken away from the MAXX here and put squarely on Julie's shoulders in this issue once again. And then at least we get a short sequence with the MAXX where he's kind of flying away once again with Jungle Queen Julie on top of this, big piece of rock or clay, and you've got the creature running after them. I forget his name, the Huna. We saw it last issue. And then we get into a story where she basically, Julie ran into a bum, right? But instead of breaking, you didn't, So this dark secret that she has is that she basically hit this guy, right? So you stepped into the alley, you failed to notice the broken lamp that fell against the wall. Well, not against really, more like through. So this lamp here, this character gets, this gentleman gets pushed through, hits the lamp falls through into another world. Okay, so that fell into now the Outback, right? So what we're going to be getting at least here is kind of a bit of an origin story about the MAXX, right? And look at this lampshade already. You know, it should be clued you in as to where this is going. Very kind of weird and surrealist, but I like this aspect of it. I think this part of this issue is pretty cool. It was an accident. I mean, the guilt of hitting him alone explained your preoccupation with him. So she was actually preoccupied with having hit this gentleman, right? But it was something deeper than guilt or fear that caused you to project your bunny stuff onto the stranger. But what made it real was the lamp. Okay, so she's projecting her bunny issues that we've seen over the last, 19 issues that she had with the bunny, the broken leg, and one past issue that her mother killed, right, or had to, right, kind of a mercy killing. So you were so caught up in it all, you didn't see me push it back through. You checked, still breathing. So he pushed the lamp back through, is what he's saying. And then he saw kind of the whole scene here, I guess, is what he's saying through his head coming through the portal. I had been going to step through when I saw it was you. I was about to call out when you covered up the body and drove away, leaving behind God knows what. So you see her put the lamp on top of him, I guess on his head, and somehow magically, I'll read it. The silken, purple of the lampshade began to flow over every inch of the still form. It was wonderful. Was there something magical about the lampshade itself, some strange property that had allowed it to penetrate into the Outback all on its own? Or was it all your doing? So what we're getting basically, I guess, is the origins of the MAXX, right? He's just kind of a homeless guy that she hit with her car, and this lamp somehow magically transformed him into the MAXX. And I guess we won't find out this issue. More about that we'll find out next issue. So more of a sequence once again of this creature running after the MAXX. So there's some sort of inside joke, I guess, for Sam Keith here with this character running after the MAXX, because we had it on the cover last issue. It happened throughout last issue, and now it's happening again throughout this issue and on the cover. So maybe it's an obsession of his, or like I said, he's trying to pull some sort of joke or troll on the readership. I don't know. That's my hypothesis on this. This was interesting to me. Montreal Comic Con 95. Holy crap. 1995. Here in my hometown. Admission was $3.50 US. Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's like, I think it's like $80, $90 for one day now. Free signing from Sam Keith. Amazing. This is 29 years ago. Off Théâtre Bell, so Bell Amphitheater. I don't even know if that still exists. Yeah, I don't know. There you have it, guys. Sam Keith in Montreal in 1995 at the Comic Con. I did the Comic Con myself with my comics. Not last year. Was it? I did 2023 and 2022. Fun times. It's got a lot bigger. Less focus on comics, more focus on, movies and merchandise and stuff. But that's the way of the world, it seems, all over, not just here. Sam Keith's The MAXX trading cards by lots of different artists, right? Maybe I'd like to get my hands on that, see some of that. I remember this, and I remember, maybe I should look it up on Google. Some of these artists here seem very interesting. Jim Lee, Kevin Nolan, Bruce Timm, awesome. Michael Allred, sure. Michael Golden, Simon Bisley doing the MAXX. I'd love to see that. Kelly Jones, Ken Stacy, and many more. So a lot of these artists just did like a MAXX pinup. It's awesome. Listen, Scott Clark even does a pretty damn solid job here. And, he's not necessarily the kind of artist I would have thought would excel at doing the MAXX, but I do find that that's pretty darn cool. It's quite small, too. I'd like to see it a lot bigger. Have to look into this on the internet, see if I can maybe get cheap copies on eBay or something of a cheap set of this card set, or see if there's at least some images I can look at. New Men, Extreme Studios, right? Yeah. Todd Knock is still around, doing some great artwork today. And Head to Head is still happening here, so I guess the internet hasn't quite hit yet in 1995. I live in a shithole, and I'm looking for a cute girl with something different to say. I love you unconditionally. Good luck. And one last color to pin up Before I let you go today, guys, the MAXX by S. Lyons from Trotwood, Ohio. Pretty cool there. Fairly psychedelic. I like it. There you go, guys. That one was short and sweet. That is my review of the MAXX issue 19. If you are subscribed and you're still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Those of you who are not subscribed but you are watching, please hit the subscribe button below. It's really quick for you, and it helps get us out there to other people who are like-minded and enjoy comic books, just like you and I do. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Have an awesome day. King Comics presents Big Baby, Volume 1, Issues 1 to 13. 204 pages of story and art. King Comics also presents Star Crasher one-shot, 32 pages, cosmic sci-fi surrealist adventure. You can find these fine comics at kingcomics.ca, at MaximusRex13 on Instagram, or on Facebook, MaxRex or Big Baby.
Like, subscribe!